Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels. This is Slink. Video jump day number 2. Like always, headed to the track. I hope everyone's 4th of July was well. What I did for 4th of July, I slept in. That morning I popped into the coffee shop I work at, performed a few of my original songs, and then I went home, worked on some photography stuff, worked on writing trying to finish a verse of this song I've been working on. And then I just ate a whole bunch of food, watched Seinfeld while I stretched on the floor. I didn't see a single firework. That's okay. The past few years, I've always been trying to get out, to go see fireworks, to do something to feel like I'm celebrating the holiday. But this year, I felt no obligation or anxiety or FOMO. I'm just like, hey, it's another 4th of July. I'm gonna have a nice chill day. But yeah, picking up from where we left off last week, 16 step. I want to hit that today. I want to go up to the bigger pole, 16, 185. Obviously just like match my grip on a 15 foot grip. Cause recently I can grip from, 15.3, like a fist above 15 from 12 step. So, if I can do that today, that'd be great. Just gonna have fun with it. Yeah, I've always been, there's people who are like super against AI, and like I don't like hearing about AI and conversation and everything, because at the coffee shop, you hear like cycles of conversation, people kind of talking about the same things over and over. Like you know what the popular topics are. But yeah, it's pretty cool. The way I'm using Cloud right now, Cloud Code, is I'll be like, I did this with churches, but I'm trying to find groups I can pitch retainers to so I can get consistent clients. I'm like, give me 25 churches within a 25-mile radius of where I am, find their emails, estimate their monthly budget, what their media needs might be, put it all in a pretty much a Google Excel sheet, draft me emails, like this is the format of retainer I want, adjust it so it's individual to whatever venue I'm emailing, and then it just produces me all this list. I check it over and send it out just like in bunches. It saves me a ton of time. It's like having an assistant. It's great. But I'm gonna do that for churches. I'm gonna do it for private clubs, community groups. And I realized all I need is like 2 or 3 monthly clients, retainer clients, and I can quit my job at the coffee shop. And it's not like I don't like working there, but it's not scalable. It's a coffee shop job. I have more expenses nowadays. I need more money, unfortunately. I am happy where I'm at, but I want to be able to go to cooler meets in the future. I want to be able to travel. But interestingly, I went to HEB last night and I ran into this gentleman. He runs a walking tour business in Houston. I ran into him at HEB and he was like, wow, it's like seeing a local celebrity out here, because he's been to a few of my music shows and he's a pretty big supporter. But I was telling him about how I wanted to scale photography, and he says it's oversaturated, or it's saturated. I'm like, yeah, every single like employment venture is saturated. There are tons of people, but I mean, if I can still get jobs now while I'm kind of half-assing it, to be honest, I can surely get more jobs if I apply myself and get better at what I'm doing. So I mean, everything is saturated. You just got to find your niche. You got to find the people who like you. But then, as I was going to the checkout line, I ran into this other guy who used to be on the track team, or he's still on the track team. And he was like, "Oh yeah, Slink, I heard you're famous now. You're doing shows and stuff." I'm like, "I'm not famous, but that's pretty cool that you bring it up and this other guy who I just ran into bring it up in one trip to the HEB." I was like, hold up. These are the makings here for the local people to start recognizing what I'm doing. It's just like a glimpse, you know, a glimpse of the future. So, and when it comes to doing my shows at the coffee shop, I had like a set day where I could do it. But I realized I can just go in whenever, like on my days off, and I could just do a few songs and basically like DJ the ambiance, which I think would be pretty cool. But yeah, looking at my video looked pretty slick. I had a really nice flow to my jumps. I have this thing where when I take off really free, my arms kind of freeze up and they don't want to allow a bunch of movement. So I want to be able to take off free and still trust that I'm moving forward safely into the pit. So big elastic, full extension at arms with the arms helps me get free. And no hesitation in my jumps. Like, I didn't have any bailouts last practice, but there were a few jumps where I kind of half-assed the swing. I want every jump today to be full intention. I'm getting upside down as fast as possible. 16 step, move my grip up. That's basically the goal. All right, practice went pretty well. I think I accomplished what I set out to do. For my straight pulls, I moved up a finger or two, which moving up a grip really isn't something I've done in a long time, but I felt like I was moving the pole. And I kind of reviewed my video a little bit, and it looked like I was reaching full extension with the invert long before the pole was even reaching vertical. And then the amount of space I made away from the pole in the inverted position is what kind of pulled it into the pit. So the next steps for that is keeping a higher and longer pressure when I swing on the pole. My coach used to call it make a big circle. So I want a bigger circle, not pulling as soon. And then also when I get that inverted position and I'm away from the pole, my next step is to do a little half turn into the pole, which I view as kind of pulling my head between the gap of your bottom and top hand. But the rest of the practice went really well. Took one 12-step warm-up, went back to 16, got on the 1685, and throughout the practice, I worked up my grip finger by finger until I was a grip above 15 feet, which is about 15.3, which caused my 16-step to move back about 1.5 feet. And I was mostly under as I was kind of working out my step, and then at the end of practice, I hit one that was on, free, good extension, but it kind of like freaked me out a little bit. I don't know, but I didn't swing up. But that is where I want my step to be. Looking at the video, it was a beautiful takeoff, and that's where I want to pick up next time. Something I always find interesting about moving up grip is it actually, once you get the confidence to do it and you're like not afraid to do it, it actually feels like the pole rolls over easier. So looking forward to the next practice on Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. If you like this format or have any suggestions, let me know. Subscribe, and I'm gonna keep doing this series, and I'll see you later. Thanks.